Sagittarius. The message from Spirit this week is comes in the form of the Earth School. You are being encouraged to be mindful of the life lessons that you have already experienced and learned, and the life lessons that you are possibly learning right now. You're also being encouraged to do the work that is going to help your soul evolve. So, if what you're currently experiencing or doing in life doesn't feel like it is adding to your soul's evolution, you're being encouraged to seek practices and activities that do. You're also being encouraged to understand that it is good to seek higher learning and that we are always learning new things about ourselves. So never stop learning. You're being encouraged to be the mentee and the mentor, the student and the teacher. You're being encouraged to understand that we are always leveling up, we're always growing, we're always learning new things, and that Earth is indeed our school. It is our school of learning through experience. And so this week you're being encouraged to figure out how can you use your experiences to elevate yourself and to grow now. Aries, your message this week is water your garden. The encouragement I'm getting for you from Spirit this week is that it is important for you to prioritize yourself and to know that it is not selfish for you to put yourself first. It's super important for you to pour into your glass and to make sure that you experience overflow and that you give others from your overflow instead of giving from an empty cup, which you may have been doing, or you may find that you're starting to near that level of emptiness now. You're being encouraged to be tender with yourself, to be kind with yourself, to be compassionate with yourself, to express love and gentleness with yourself. Be soft and to know that rest is just as important as productivity and work, and that rest is actually productivity in its own way. So don't underestimate the value that sleep can contribute to a healthy routine. You're also being encouraged to mind your business and to focus on your own affairs. If you're paying a lot of attention worrying about everyone else and how they're handling their affairs or how they're dealing with their garden, you're going to either overwater or underwater your own garden. So please, please, please keep your eyes on your own garden and your own affairs, especially this week. Leo, your message this week is you are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face the fact that you are unique and you are different, and that is okay. Strive to be an individual while also thinking about the collective. It is okay to do your own thing, and this week you're being encouraged to do just that. I see that some of you are going to be called to color outside of the lines and to be bold this week in order to get things done. And I also see that some of you are going to have to step into yourself in a new way with greater authenticity if you want to experience life fulfillment, happiness, and joy. And so I really want to encourage all my Leos to really step into this week with a sense of confidence, with the idea that is totally okay, cool, and secure for you to accept all of your uniqueness and all of your weirdness and all that is different about you, because that's what makes you you, and no one can do you the way you do you. So you're being encouraged to do just that. Be yourself authentically and fully as best as you can this week. Pisces, your message this week is you got the love, okay? You got the love. The love is inside of you. So there is no need for you to abuse yourself, mistreat yourself, or let yourself be used by anyone in order to receive their love or show them that you love them. You are love and you deserve to be loved, and love is all around you, and it doesn't require you to be codependent in order for you to be and experience love. You're really being encouraged to one, learn to tap into the self love and unconditional love that exists within you to love yourself. And you're also being encouraged to not be afraid to share the love you have for self with everyone else. You're being encouraged to know that it is okay to have boundaries, and that when you express or hold people accountable for respecting those boundaries, it doesn't mean that you don't love them. Sometimes loving yourself is just the reason why you need to have boundaries. Okay. So, having boundaries and making sure that others respect those boundaries, or holding others accountable for respecting those boundaries, is a form of self love. So, this week, you're being encouraged to tap into loving yourself and sharing love openly, honestly, fully with everyone else. Cancer, your message this week is the golden children. And so, what I feel is coming from this card is that now is a really important time for you to nurture and mother yourself, for you to allow yourself to explore and entertain your inner child, for you to know that it's okay to heal and unpack your childhood wounds and trauma. And you're also being encouraged to understand that you possess rare gifts. And whatever those rare gifts are, they are yours to nurture, to develop. So do that as best as you can. You're also being encouraged to tap into your innocence, tap into your softness, tap into the parts of you that are vulnerable, and be transparent about how you feel about others, and most importantly, how you feel about yourself with yourself. You're really being encouraged to grow in a new way by tapping in to the child that lives deep within you. Scorpio, your message this week deals with karmic relationships. Are there any soul contracts or soul attachments or soul connections that you feel are karmic in your life right now? Are there relationships or conflicts that exist in your life that are trying to set some form of balance? Okay. You're being encouraged to seek harmony in your life, to explore the soul contracts that you're engaging in currently in your life, and to also know that it's okay to experience polarity. And when we experience opposites, opposites can sometimes help us grow into greater, better versions of ourselves. So, what is opposite or what is different is not always wrong and does not always need to be repelled. The things that trigger us do not always need to be avoided. Sometimes they need to be faced so that we can refine ourselves, so we can reinforce ourselves, so that we can establish soul fortitude, okay, and strengthen our spirits, okay. You're being encouraged to face your triggers now, to walk bravely into your fear and be fearless. You're being encouraged to face all that challenges you now. Just do it. Be brave. Go for it. I'm also seeing here that there could be the potential of meeting others who are mirrors in order for you to learn more about yourself. So be mindful of the mirrors that you are attracting now in your life. Aquarius, your message from spirit is that your life is a canvas. You have the ability to create whatever you want with this life. You are co creating this life. You are a part of the creation process of this life. Your reality is a sum, a product of your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs of what you thought possible. And so what you're experiencing in the present is what your past self thought was real. And so I want to challenge you to think of a bright future and to contemplate what actions, what habits, what behaviors, what changes need to take place in order for you to at some point experience a sum product that reflects that future reality that you would like to receive or manifest. I'm also seeing here that you have a gift of manifestation and you have the ability to change your life in whatever way you need to, as long as you're willing to take accountability. So you're really being encouraged to take accountability for your life and to not play the victim in any way. Seek solutions instead of excuses. Gemini, your message this week is star bathing. You are being encouraged to be gentle with your ethereal body, your spiritual, emotional, mental, metaphysical, light body. You're being encouraged to cleanse yourself physically, but also etherically, so that you can operate in a lighter form and fashion. You're also being encouraged to activate yourself. So, the things that you want to change, the things that you want to explore, the difference that you want to experience is trying to be made manifest through you now, but it needs you to activate. It needs you to believe. It needs you to show up. It needs you to be accountable for your choices. So you're really being encouraged to activate yourself through affirmation, to activate yourself through holding yourself accountable, to activate yourself by being mindful of how your behaviors, actions, or attitude undermines your growth and your spiritual evolution. You're also being encouraged to understand that as much as you are a physical human body, you are also a light body. And so it is super important that you charge yourself with the light. So you're being encouraged to go out in the sun and to charge yourself with the rays of the sun, to go out at nighttime and charge yourself under the moon and the stars. You're really being encouraged to tap into the natural light that emits itself onto the earth and to receive those healing rays now, specifically the rays of the stars, the moon, and the sun, so that your light body can be activated and your DNA uplifted and repaired. Also, you're being encouraged to be mindful of transmissions that you might be receiving. So, if you are receiving divine inspiration, divine ideas, or you're feeling like certain ideas are coming out of nowhere, you're really being encouraged to write those ideas down because they are divine in their own way, especially if you execute. Libra, your message comes from our whale and orca elders. So I'm definitely getting that now is a really good time to connect with water. And so spiritual bathing, spiritual baths, going to the ocean, going to the river, if you're able to travel, take a vacation and get next to the water, it is encouraged now. You're also being encouraged to reach out to your elders and connect with the storytellers who are in your bloodline or the storytellers who exist in your spiritual home or spiritual family, okay? You're really being encouraged to know that it's important to hear the stories from those who came before for you and to share your stories, your testimonies, and your trials and tribulations so that those who come after you or those who have come after you can learn from your wisdom as well. As you reach to the past, so will the youth reach to you. And so you're being encouraged this week to really contemplate what is that story, what is that wisdom that you want to share, that you want to leave behind for those who come after you. You're also being encouraged to know that sound is powerful and sound is healing. So exploring frequencies of sound for healing purposes is encouraged now, and also being mindful of the tone and sound of your voice is encouraged now. There can be severe, deep misunderstandings based on the way you communicate, the tone in which you use with others, specifically the first week of January. So be mindful of the frequency, the vibration, the vibrato of your voice when you are communicating with others and with yourself. Lastly, you are being encouraged to dive deep and to ask yourself, what is it that you're most afraid of when it comes to diving deep? What's the worst thing that you could find out about yourself? Explore that this week. Capricorn. Your message this week is to surrender to the sweetness. There is Venus, love energy all around you the first week of January. So try your best to really receive and be open to this vibration of love, to this vibration of healing, to this vibration of inward love and satisfaction. Like I see like the opportunity to just experience pleasure and joy this week if you are very intentional about it. I also get this energy that it's time to make love to life and to seek solutions and make decisions that are going to help you to live a more fulfilling and happier life. Whatever you do this week, it's super important that it aligns with the frequency of love or the frequency of happiness, abundance, joy, and growth. Taurus, your card this week is cracked open. You may be called to open yourself, to be transparent, to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to put yourself all out there in the name of love, and so that you can truly live life to its fullest. You're also being encouraged to know that when you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go from there, and that is up. So you're being encouraged to understand that even if things seem like they're falling apart so that they can fall together again in a really, really cool and amazing way. You're also really being encouraged to tap into the alchemy of self. What is the ingredients that make you? What are the ingredients that inspire you? What are the ingredients that motivate and encourage you? What are the ingredients that make you want to live, that make you want to thrive? What are the ingredients that fuel your passion? You're being encouraged to explore what are the ingredients this week that make up a happy life for you. I'm also seeing here that it's okay to break yourself down and break yourself apart so that you can put yourself together in a better and brighter way. So don't be afraid to be cracked open this week, because all it is going to reveal to you is the ingredients that you need to live a more fulfilling life. Virgo. Your message is, I remember. You're being called to remember, to remember the contract, the spiritual contract that you signed before you came here to earth. You're being encouraged to refine and remember your purpose. You're being encouraged to know that that purpose or that blueprint lives inside of you. I definitely see the encouragement to meditate and to pray regularly this year, but specifically the first week of January. Really allow yourself to pray and ask God to show you your purpose if you do not already know it. And if you know your purpose, I encourage you and challenge you this week to try to do something each and every day that expresses and shows that you are intentionally walking in alignment with your purpose. Recognize your soul plan, the plan that lives in you. Okay. You're being encouraged to become aware of the practices, the behaviors, the habits that are out of alignment with your soul. You're being encouraged to recognize and know the difference between the fated life, what is fated, and what is destined. The fated life is the one that we were born into. The destiny life is the one that we choose. It will take courage for you to walk the path that your soul has chosen, but it will be ultra fulfilling and it will evolve your soul if you decide to walk the path of your destiny.